Hi, honey.
Hi, wife slash
Husband.
fiance.
A little bit of both
A little bit of both. That's
at this time.
it's kind of an interesting thing to be both at the same time.
It's been an interesting thing for the last 2 weeks, my beloved.
It sure has. Welcome back, regulars, to JKLOL Storytime. This is episode 16. It'll be out on June
18.
18th, tomorrow. Yeah, it's June 17th. I feel almost human again after the first 2 weeks.
I'm glad you do. I'm still recovering. It's been an adventure, that's for sure.
Yeah, when I say almost human again, you got to remember that I am a creature of the bar scene.
You are.
Working all those years in food and beverage. So working on 58 minutes of sleep at one point on the tour on the Western leg and a couple Red Bulls. That's normal life to me. Anyway, should we get into it? We're back from the first 2 weeks of the tour. How was it?
Honestly, it's fun. I've been able to talk to a lot of people about it with my clients this weekend. It has been an adventure I would never forget, and an adventure that I wouldn't change for the entire world. As stressful as it has been, it's also had a lot of incredible fun memories. And sometimes in life, it's getting through all of that garbage and getting through the crud and dealing with those challenges that makes everything all the more memorable. And so we've certainly had a bunch of that. And I feel like we should probably just break into it one wedding at a time, kind of how we did it before. We're going to do the same type of a thing that we did with the episodes, only in the order of the wedding, not the order of the episodes, because we kind of mixed things up a little bit, I feel like.
I feel like we tried to go in order from episode 4 on, when we covered why we're going every place and what we're going to do.
Yeah.
I think we could probably get into a couple high-level highlights or big bummers if you want.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, you want to talk about the Sequoia getting baptized?
Yeah, I feel like,
If you guys want to think that maybe like everything's rainbows and stars and I don't know, smiley faces over here all the time, it's really not. So we were at our first stop in Idaho, going to our first wedding, and there's 1,700 miles on the Sequoia at this point, and Harper got sick all over the third row.
Sure did.
Sure did. And not in a very orderly.
On the way to the wedding.
On the way to the wedding.
All over her dress. All over me. Yep.
All over everything. It wasn't in a very orderly fashion, as it can't be. But, yeah. Well, I spent today cleaning up the rest of it and pulling off body clips and parts and things and getting to the depths of it. But your mom came in clutch, renting us a rug doctor when we were at the cabin up in Ashton, and we could make it through the rest of the tour on the Western leg. So, but that was the highlight, not really, of the first wedding. So, do you want to talk about the first wedding? Let's talk about the site you picked out and how we ended up there.
It was kind of just a happenstance type of a thing. It was a little campground off of the river that has about 3 sites on it. And it was one of those, just make it happen and pray that it goes well. We didn't have the opportunity to go on every site to see what it would be like or envision anything. So it was just kind of one of those, okay, we'll just see what happens. I had started searching because the venues that we would want are just, a single venue costs thousands nowadays. And for a one-day event, and what we're doing, thousands of dollars is not in the budget. And so I started looking at parks and found a park that I grew up going to. And so you had to go on this app or this site called High Camp that you need to rent it out. And so I started exploring other areas and found this one just by happen chance. And we got to see it the day before the wedding, the evening before the wedding, and kind of explored a little bit, and then picked our area that had trees. That was what was important, is that I had some of my quaking aspen trees, and we kind of just went from there.
We did. I think at one point I was getting after you on our wedding day morning to stop climbing trees.
Yep, a couple of times. Yep.
You're a mountain girl, and that's okay. I love that about you. So, but I just didn't want you getting hurt right before the wedding.
Sure.
Yep. It turned out that there was other stuff in store for us.
Yeah.
So, but going to Idaho for the wedding, we were in two vehicles plus a trailer plus a Randy on a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, we had a boys' car and a girls' car. So I had the girls with me, and, us girls, we tend to be a little bit dramatic sometimes. And we were actually, I'm going to rewind that. For the first half of the trip, I would say, it was just me and Randy in the Sequoia, just because I still had work and I had clients to meet with. And so, and team members, and just, still had my meetings. And I had thought, it might be a good idea to get some work done. I'm going to have a lot of road time. So I'll still keep my meetings and, work some half days. And so that way I'm not eating up all of my PTO on the wedding tour, exhausting myself. I can maybe take a day off and actually rest. But we took the first half and did a lot of meetings. And then the girls got in my car, and we were in Montana, and we had just eaten, and Reagan is in the back. Mom, Harper's breaking out with hives everywhere. They're all over her face. And John had to drive slow because of the trailer, and Randy was ahead of us on his hog, just got it out for, the first leg of the first stretch that he could. And so I call John. I'm like, hey, Harper, I can't, obviously, look, we're going 80 on the freeway. And, it's just getting worse and worse. And Harper's saying, it's really itchy and my throat's itchy. And I'm like, okay, can you still breathe? And she's like, yeah, I can breathe. And I'm like, okay. And Reagan, she's got hives all over her face. All right. So I told John, I'm like, I'm not waiting anymore. And he has the trailer. You do what you need to do, but I need to get to a safe place so I can check out this kid and we can figure something out. So I speed past him going like probably 95 miles an hour and get to a gas station. And I look at her, and she had watery eyes. Her eyes were red. So obviously, she was having some sort of an allergy to something. But the quote unquote hives were actually a mark. I don't know if she had previously, because we had just picked up the kids that morning. So it had been there for a while, but it was just this red blotchy type of what would you call it? It was almost like a dermatitis type of a blob. And then she just kept playing with it and itching it. So the whole side of her face was just really red and irritated and agitated. So we gave her some Benadryl.
Yeah, we had some liquid.
Yeah,
and I'm not a doctor, but I'd call it acute facial dermatitis. I think that's the phrase. I made it to dermatology day in school. So
there you go.
I feel qualified.
Yeah, and I don't know I don't really know.
It's probably
what
contact
I mean,
or
it was,
something.
yeah.
She was playing under the trees, and she's never been to Montana before or into, mountain states where the allergens are different. So
yeah. Well, this looked like it had been there. It was already scabbed over.
Well, I'm sure it didn't help with everything else. I'm sure her throat was itchy and her eyes were watering because of
different pollens.
everything besides the acute facial dermatitis.
Yeah. But, we dealt with that the rest of the trip, too, always putting salve on it twice a day and having to remind her, don't itch it, don't touch it. And, we ended up getting to Idaho at, what would you say, we pulled into where I'm from, probably 11-ish. And
by the time we got to the house,
I did not pay attention to the details on I
think it was like 10:30.
The rental.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, 11:30 our time, right? We lost an hour coming, or
Back.
gained an hour.
We gained an hour
going there.
Yeah.
And so 11:30 our time, and it was just, I have never been more irritated in my life. We're driving, and thankfully Randy's a patient guy, and he just goes with the flow. But holy crow, it was just out in the middle of nowhere, 30 minutes out, on these windy roads and in the dark where you've never driven these roads before. I'm like, are we freaking there yet? Nope, we got 5 more miles, and then we got to go 2 miles this way. And then it was just irritating as all daylights. So I was very good at picking that rental. And then we get there, and, the house itself was nice enough, but the maps pulled us into somebody's random driveway in a back lot somewhere and not the actual house. So with John pulling the trailer, I'm signaling him, and I called him. I'm like, do not follow us. Do not follow us. I don't know. This does not seem like the right place. Just let us verify that it is. and it wasn't. So then we had to back out and ended up finding it. And the owners were super great, super responsive. I mean, the house was clean. It was a decent home, but, there were duplicate pictures of the same room. So I kind of got a little frustrated because I thought Randy could sleep in, the big bed, and then the bunk beds, it had two pictures of a room with a queen size bed and bunk beds. Instead, it was 2 rooms with bunk beds and 1 room with the queen size bed and the bunk beds. So, that was just one of those things. Donkey slept on the couch.
It's a good place for her. It's a nice boulder.
And we made it work. We made it work. And
We made it work.
with it being a half hour outside of town, the next morning I still had client calls, and it was at 7:00 Mountain Time. So I had to get up super early after getting in. Probably didn't get to bed till past midnight, and then getting up at 5:00 so that I could get ready and then drive into town so that I could take the call because I couldn't take it in the living room because Donkey was sleeping in the living room. And, just all the fun challenges that come along with trying to have a wedding and work at the same time. And then after that, what happened that day? We ended up going to one of the buildings in Rexburg, and it was kind of funny because we saw my 7th grade crush, and it was really funny. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh well, the person said his name. I was like, this guy looks familiar. I mean, we're all old now. We don't look near what we did in 7th grade. I was like, there's something familiar about that dude. And then this lady there said his name, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's my 7th grade crush. And then I got to tell John, I was like, don't worry, I definitely dodged a bullet there.
The real question is, did he have dibs?
He did not have dibs.
All right, good. We're good.
But he was curious who wrote, I think you're cute, in his yearbook at the end of the school year. Followed me around. I think it was you. It was you. It had to be you. Nope, it wasn't me.
It was totally you.
It was me.
So if you're listening, guy, now you know.
Now you know, guy. 7th grade crush. The girl that wrote, I think you're cute in your yearbook.
I wish you would have wrote that in my yearbook.
Oh, yeah, from 1,000 miles away.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we did that on Tuesday. Got to go to the park, have taco time. We introduced our family to taco time, and that was the highlight of our middle child's trip. You ask him what his favorite part was, and he'll still tell you taco time.
Taco time.
And they were so worried. They're like, I want to pick out what I want. Like, they were legit pouting. I want to pick out my meal.
Trust us,
being
man.
teenagers and teenagers. And I'm like, you guys just... This is an experience. You just got to do it this way the first time, every time. Just trust me. So we ordered those soft shell tacos, and
You got a lot of points there for them trusting you on what to eat.
hey, I know my food.
I know you do. I know you do. You got to remember the first time we went to Taco Time, I was like, I'm going to eat like 6 of those things. If you've been to Taco Time before, you know you don't eat 6 of the soft shells.
Yeah. I asked him, I was like, are you sure? And he's like, oh, yeah, I can crush 6 tacos. I'm starving. And I'm like, okay.
They're not normal tacos.
They're not normal sized tacos. No.
They're gigantic tacos.
So how many did you make it through? 2?
2.
Yeah.
2 was enough. 2 is more than enough. And then the stuffed Mexi rolls.
I'm not a huge fan of those.
I like them.
They're like stuffed tater tots. They're like a...
Cheese and jalapeno.
Yeah, cheese and jalapeno stuffed tater tot. They have a little bit of that breadcrumb on the outside that they're rolled in before they're deep
They're
fried.
almost as good as the massaging seats in the Sequoia.
Those came in clutch several times.
They really did.
Especially for Randy after he had to ride for several hours.
You say it like we made him ride.
No, we did not.
At one point, we couldn't even get him off the bike. He'd be like, oh, I'm fine. Motorcycle guy. Oh, wait, sorry. Can't call him motorcycle guy anymore. We have to call him Harley guy. He's ridden through the desert on a horse with no name.
Correct, yeah.
Because he refuses to name the bike.
Well, I thought he did. I thought he named it Fat Bottom Betty.
Oh, yes. Okay. He finally relented and named it Fat Bottom Betty. You wanted to call it
Bernard,
and he didn't like that.
No, he didn't.
I'm gonna be Team Randy on this one. I don't really like Bernard for a bike either.
Oh, it's a perfect name for a bike.
No, I think vehicles always have to have a female name.
We have to agree to disagree there.
Okay. I mean, one day I'll get my Eleanor.
Couples, this is exactly. This is how you just disagree with with your significant other.
Well, we'll jump forward a little bit. We're in Las Vegas in the Harley shop, and you just dropped like, oh, maybe this should be our new hobby. Like, I didn't really see that one coming.
It could be fun. I mean, once you go into, especially the size of that Harley shop, like, it's pretty impressive. Once you go in there, you're like, man, I could get into this. Like, wear leather and have boots. boots, and
You don't need to ride a motorcycle to do either of those things, just so you know. Well,
I've got
maybe
the
not.
action down. Brum, brum, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Motorcycle guy. Oh, sorry, Harley guy. But Harley Davidson in Las Vegas, great.
Incredible.
They got Randy in for last minute oil change to make sure his bike did okay because he had just ridden it through the dust of the desert when it's 105 degrees out.
Mm-hmm.
And they agreed to keep the bike there overnight for us while we stayed at the Venetian. So it was safe.
Yep.
And I walk in the next morning and he's like helping random people. So it's the most Randy thing ever. So if in 3 months he tells us he's moving to Las Vegas to work at the Harley dealership, it should not come as a surprise.
Yep.
And I think even if we didn't have that experience with him, it wouldn't surprise us anyway.
Yeah. Same thing we talked about last episode, honey.
Yep, I know, right? It's just worth repeating, right?
It is worth repeating.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's segued us off a little bit. Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll get back to Idaho. So we're out in this cabin, right?
Yes.
House. Cabin.
It's a house.
South of the hot springs.
Right.
Great place. The hot springs. Not
And
the house location if you have a wedding 30 minutes away.
Well, and if you guys remember, we talked about, the wedding being like we'll get married out somewhere beautiful with the trees, and then we're going to go to Big Jud's, and then we're going to go to the hot springs. Like, this is how it's going to go.
Which we did all of those things, maybe not in that particular order.
Not even close.
Or in the same day. Or in the same day.
Mm-mm.
But we had the foresight to book a hotel room for the girls to get ready at. It was, 5 minutes from the ceremony site? And me and the boys got ready at the house. So us getting ready wasn't, no matter how long it took, it was at least add an hour onto it.
Yep. 30 minutes getting there, 30 minutes coming back.
Yep. So all three of us got there, showered, changed, grabbed everything we needed in 29 minutes.
Yep. Well, talking about the wedding day, so that morning was a little bit stressful because I had made plans and did not communicate them well to the rest of the crew that we need to be out of the house by 9:30 or 9 o'clock to meet my mom at 9:30 because we're going to go get the site ready for the wedding. We had wedding decor and everything to get it ready.
In the trailer.
And
you did communicate that we needed to be out of the house by 9:30, but you didn't say that you would also share this with your mother. So we didn't know Mom was waiting for us. So everybody's just kind of like, it's late. Like, we'll get going kind of slow, have breakfast. What do we have, waffles?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And so by 9:30, we're a half hour late leaving the house. And I'm like, I'm just going. Like, whoever's getting in the car with me, get in with me. And at this time, we have 4 kiddos, we have a donkey, and we have a Randy on his bike.
And 2 dogs.
And we have 2 dogs that we have to get, their medicine so that they're not freaking out while we leave them in their kennels and just all the things. And so it's like, we got to get going, guys, and getting that many people going with different ideas of what get going means is not get going. Mm-hmm. How many times can I say get going in a
get going? Get on, hitching.
Get gone. Get out of the house.
Get gone.
So again, you get kind of frustrated, Keisha, and so I got in the car and I'm like, whoever's getting in, I don't care who's getting in, but somebody's getting in the car with me and we're going. We have to go pick up. So the girls went with me. We have to go pick up, Gigi, and we've got to get this. She doesn't know where the site's at. Otherwise, she'd already be there, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, we stopped, got everything taken care of, and then we went straight to the site. It was probably about 10:30, I'd say, in the morning. We evaluated, figured out, okay, how are we going to set everything up? And then we all went to work together. Colleen and Randy were in charge of the signs to help guide where the parking should be and to kind of direct to the spot. Because when you drive, you would drive right past it. It's just on this little turnoff off of a main road. And then it's in between the trees. So if you don't know what you're looking for, you will drive right past it. And there's
so
a
quick.
gate.
You'll drive past it so quick.
And there's this gate that you have to open to get into it. They didn't keep it locked. They had a chain on it, of course, so it wouldn't swing back and forth. But, so you have to get out, open the gate, blah, blah, blah. So they were in charge of signs. The kiddos were in charge of putting flowers in the ground. We had these wood flowers that I had gotten, and we had a aisle and all the fun things. So we're setting this all up, and it's pretty warm. I mean, it's not blistering hot like Phoenix was, but it was still warm and the sun was out and there was no cloud coverage. And so we're telling the kiddos, drink water. And we're trying to set up. So babysitting them and making sure that they're on top of it was not necessarily, I mean, it's always an option, but it was not top of mind awareness for us. I mean, they're all 10 and above, like they can do what they're told.
Yeah, I mean, we told them multiple times, you have to drink water. You have to drink water. You have
Please
to drink
some
water.
Go take a
But
water
you can't.
break.
You can lead a horse to water, right?
But you can't make a drink?
No, you sure can't. So, and in the same realm, you can't make a 10-year-old drink water.
Correct. And so we had everything ready to go. We were just waiting on the chairs. My mom was borrowing a couple of chairs from her friends, and then my brother was bringing chairs from Idaho Falls. And so we're waiting on chairs, didn't have them there for the setup. So we went and got some lunch and went back to the hotel where the girls were going to be getting ready at and had some pizza. It's very important to note the pizza component of it.
Yes. The pizza.
The pizza. And so then by the time that we finished with pizza, chairs were ready to go. So siblings went and grabbed them. Randy hopped on his hog. John went. I went. Because he had the trailer with the chair covers in it and the sashes for the back. So we're all headed that way. And Randy was in front of me. I thought he was following John. But then, Randy kind of goes on his own to the left. The exit was to the right, and he went to the left. I was like, oh, well, you know what?
He zigged when he should have zagged.
Exactly. He zigged, and I'm like, well, maybe Randy's just going on an adventure. He saw something. There's a building that's called the Ultimate Steel Erection, which makes us laugh every time we drive past it. So I was like,
we're 12.
Maybe John told him about that, and he was just going to go, take a picture or giggle a little bit and go see the Snake River, whatever. Randy's doing Randy things. So I get on the freeway and go do our thing. We set up chairs. Randy didn't show up, which was kind of odd, but,
We're like, whatever. He's off.
Doing Randy things.
Randy's skiing.
And we're in the hotel room, and we only had I want to say it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours to get ready.
You did, yep. Because I left on the site at 2:30, and I had to be back at the hotel by 4.
4:30ish, yeah.
No, by 4. You said 4. And we made it. We were in that parking lot at 4 o'clock.
So our goal was, to leave at 4:30, was to leave at 4:30 so we could be there on time for a 5 o'clock ceremony.
So you could meet your grandma.
Yep, that's right. 4 o'clock because you're picking up grandma at 4:15. Yep, it's all coming back.
Yes, it's all coming back. The day. Ah, yes, the day.
The day that will forever live in infamy. And
one of them.
We're up there getting ready, and, Colleen's getting ready. I'm helping Colleen with her hair. She's doing one of the girls' hairs. We have both of the girls' hairs that needs to be curled, telling them, sit still, do not move until it's time to get ready, or till it's time to leave. Then we'll put on your dress and your shoes, and all will be well. And then there's me, who we'd been outside all day. It's like I need to shower and I need to do all the things to get ready. And 5 o'clock came, and I was not quite ready. Not even close, actually.
Not even close.
My hair was blow dried, and that was about it.
Yeah, well,
so I'm
we definitely
rushing.
got to freestyle it for sure.
Right. And, I had it all perfectly planned. I'm like, I'm going to put on eyelashes so that way I'm, it's a big event. I can put on my eyelashes and it'll all go well. Couldn't get my eyelashes to stick. Like, I'm just hot mess express. Meanwhile, while I'm running around like a crazy chicken with my head cut off, we had to steam my dress too. All the things. I went with a vintage dress. I don't know if we've mentioned anything about the dress, have we?
I don't know. Maybe in episode 15 we talked about it just a little bit. But
yeah. Since I couldn't wear grandma's dress, I wanted to make sure that I had like a authentically vintage dress, something that was vintage.
So we found one.
We did find one.
It was something old.
It was something old. Yep, absolutely. And so wore my vintage dress and steaming all that, trying to get it all ready. And meanwhile, while I'm doing all that crazy stuff, Harper had mentioned to Donkey that, I'm not feeling the best. Can I have some pizza? My stomach's weird. Can I eat? And so, yeah, of course. Yeah. So she goes and
the pizza.
She had a slice of that pizza. And
the pizza.
and, she ate a couple bites and then was, walking around the room being Harper. She cannot sit still. She's a fart in a skillet. And then Colleen's like, stand over the box, please, and eat. Like, you're going to get it all over clothes. You're going to, you have to stand over it. So she stood over the box and ate the whole slice of pizza. John's coming up, and he's, like, texting, and he's like, hey, I got a call from Randy. Apparently he got lost somewhere. Da la 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 la. And I'll let you take away the Randy story because I'm like, what the hell? We don't have our officiant? What's going on?
First of all, he didn't get lost, right?
He did not get lost.
He didn't get lost. He just didn't know where he was going. That's a
very clear discernment we need to make for Randy's sake.
It's very specific. So, he zigged when he should have zagged to follow us to the site. So he went on an adventure to who knows where. But at some point, he ends up at exit 337.
At 37.
What?
337, right?
Yeah, 337 at the Exxon station.
Yep.
And in true Randy fashion, in the hustle to get out of the house in the morning, he left his phone at the house. So he doesn't have the address mapped on his bike in his GPS, doesn't know it, doesn't have his phone, so he can't ask where the address is to go get his phone.
He's in a new place that he's never been before.
He's never been to Idaho
Nothing
before.
looks familiar, really.
Nothing looks familiar. It all kind of looks the same, honestly.
That's good.
On the interchanges, at least, for sure. You know, they all look very similar along freeway interstates or exits and entrances. Anywhere you're really at, especially in rural areas, they all kind of start to look the same. Anyway, so I get a call from a Madison County deputy, and he's like, "Hey, I got this old guy here. What do you want to do with him?" And I'm like, "Oh man."
What did he do?
And I'm like
now?
almost to the house, right? With the boys to get changed, and I'm like, "Oh man, now what do you do?" Didn't do anything, just forgot his phone. So he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Okay, what?" He puts Dad on the phone. I'm like, "Okay, what do you need?" He's like, "I just need my Harley shirt, my Harley pin, and my phone."
And my blazer.
Well, we had the blazer with us,
Okay.
so yeah. So we had the blazer for him, and he's our officiant. So and I'm like, "Okay, don't bother coming anywhere. Like, just go to the Hampton Inn and just sit in the parking lot. Wait, there's a bar across the parking lot if you need a beer." Or a restaurant with a bar in it across the parking lot. So okay, so we get to the house, me and the boys shower, shave, the whole thing in 29 minutes, get dressed, get out the door, grab all the stuff, and we make it to the hotel and find Randuski, and he's there, and everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we have an officiant, so then I go pick up Minga,
You bring Minga back.
bring Minga back, and then we just hang out.
Well, and my great aunt Buff, her sister, followed
Mm-hmm.
behind her as well. So we have this caravan, and Aunt Buff does not speed.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
But John does.
But John does. John learned real quick.
You got a turbocharged vehicle. Like, it's really easy to go fast in that thing.
And where's Aunt Buff? We lost Aunt Buff.
Yeah, that's okay. Then we found her. She was on the exit. She knew where she was going. I think she saw us pull off, so it was all good. She caught up to us, got Grandma and Aunt Buff inside, seated in the lobby, so they could. They didn't
Cool
have to
off
leave
a
them.
little bit,
Didn't
yeah.
have to leave them in the car with the windows down or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then we end up being about 30 minutes behind schedule.
Well, yeah. Then we played "Where's the Keys" for the Sequoia.
That was
at the
so
hotel.
frustrating because I have two bags. I have my big bag, Penny and Leonard. And so Penny's the little one, and I always just throw her and Leonard when I have to do my laptop bag and everything. So Colleen brought down the bag. John's like, you're in your dress. I'll pull the Sequoia around for you, blah, blah, blah. And Colleen had grabbed Leonard and not Penny. So they had to go back up to the room.
Yeah, so we had to go play Find the Key.
So I'm standing there, and meanwhile, Harper's like, my stomach's really, like, it's not feeling very good. And we're like, is it nerves? Like, help me understand.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to a wedding. Like,
Are you nervous about this? And she's like, I don't know. I don't feel good. And we're like, okay, take a couple of deep breaths. And
pizza.
take a couple of deep breaths. And so she takes some deep breaths and I had her focus on her box breathing, 4 seconds in, hold 4 seconds, 4 seconds out, hold 4 seconds, do her box breathing. And she's like, okay, that helps
I
me
gave
to
her a
feel
little
better.
sip of Coke and.
Yep. John gave her a sip of Coke and she's like, okay, I feel better. I'll be okay. And I'm like, do we need to have you sit out from the wedding? She's like, no. She's just like, I want to be in the wedding. I want it.
That probably undid all the things we just did, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm like, do you want to? And she's like, no. I'm like, okay, we'll make it happen. Let's just focus on our breathing. And then I'm trying to figure out where the heck is the car. Minga's outside. She doesn't do well in the sun. Da 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 da. Like, where's the car? Meanwhile, John's dealing with the Leonard Penny situation. What's going on? So I go running to the side. I'm like, I know the Sequoia is here. And then he comes bolting out the side door, almost runs me over. And he's like, we didn't have Penny. And I'm like, okay. So now we're finally ready to go again. And we pull things around and I get in the driver's seat. Minga's in the passenger seat. We've got the donkey and my daughter, and then Harper in the third row. And Harper's sitting in the middle of the frickin' third row. I don't know if that's worse or better. I don't know, probably better in hindsight. But then all of a sudden we're like almost there. We're pulling off of the exit. We're turning, and all of a sudden I hear, Mom, Harper's throwing up. And you just hear, and over and over and over. I'm like, get a bag, get something. And so I don't know what they ended up finding.
Well, and it's crazy because we travel with vomit bags.
We do,
you're prone.
I get very motion sick.
Yeah, motion sickness, which makes it hard for you to work while we're on the road. But you tough through it, and there's
So Fran is my friend.
That is my parent hack. You can get vomit bags on Amazon for like $9 for like 25 of them. So you got kids, you put them next to their bed. It's very intuitive how to use it. Like
Yes.
there's a ring, just into it,
Yep.
So instead of the puke bowl that we grew up with,
Yeah.
and then also
That
there's the
splashes
popcorn
back in
bowl,
your
yeah,
face.
there's also the popcorn bowl and the bread dough bowl and all the other bowls. You don't have to wash it anymore. You just kind of like dump it in the toilet, twist the thing up, throw it in the garbage can. That is John's parenting hack tip of the day for this episode out right before Father's Day.
There you go. I like it.
So yes, but anyway, so we had those, but they were not distributed in the vehicle apparently. Or if they were not
because
easily
then it's
identifiable.
like vomit everywhere. Vomit city in the back end.
1,700 miles on the Sequoia, and it's everywhere.
And it was baptized in Harper vomit. And the pizza. And pizza is a horrible smell coming, but it is so stinking sour. That tomato sauce is just...
And the cheese and already the isovaleric acid in the
So you
stomach
have
pile. Like
Reagan and Donkey with their heads out the window because they're starting to dry heave because of the smell. Because also it's hot outside, guys. Yep.
It's it's a fun...
It's a fun experience. So then we get there and I'm just like, I'm fuming because, again, sweet Aunt Buff's following us. We can't speed. Aunt Buff's following us. So, like, I go, again, the turn can be easily missed to go in. John's in front of us and he has the freaking trailer. And so when he went in, it's not a huge gap between the gate and the road.
Literally a vehicle.
So I had started to go turn left into it, but there was a car coming and I knew that John was not going to be in before the car came. So then I had to swerve back around so that I could get back in my lane, the right lane, and then we were going to flip a bitch. And sweet Aunt Buff just follows me right along. Like, I'm like, no, it's right there. Stay where you are. Like, bah. And so then I turn around and she rolls down her window and just, are we having fun, dear? And I'm like, oh, a blast, Aunt Buff. Like, yeah, we're just doing this for shits and giggles. Yep.
We definitely freestyled this one.
Oh my goodness.
So we finally get in there, right?
And I'm stressed because, it wasn't a huge wedding party that was there or guest count that was waiting, but people were there waiting for us and it's freaking hot outside.
It is hot.
So we get there and I park and I'm out trying to figure things out. Colleen's, doing her thing and donging and Reagan's doing her thing and they're all just like, oh, everyone's freaking out because of Harper. And so, we kind of have to put on your mom outfit. And it's like, it doesn't matter. Like, you can feel sorry for yourself and be like, oh, it's my wedding day and blah, 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 blah. Because really this was the one wedding that we put the most effort into as far as like doing the decorations and getting things. Everything else was kind of just the ambiance of wherever we're at and the people that we're with. But this one was the one that was the most towards that traditional type of a wedding where we actually had an agenda and people counting on us and had to communicate and all of these things. And then it just goes to hell. But you put on your mom's shoes and you're like, okay, we've got a kiddo that's not doing well. So I take her and sit her down at the picnic table and kind of rubbing her arms and help me understand what's going on, sweetie. How are you feeling right now? What can I do for you? What can we do to help? And we get water and have her sip on a little bit of water. And she's just like, I just want to be in the wedding. And I'm like, you've got like the whole front portion of her dress is covered in vomit. And then the back is too, because the vomit all went backwards and was getting caught in her dress. So, naturally, sitting there with her, I get vomit on my dress, which is not the end of the world either. But she's like, please, Ken. I'm like, well, maybe we can put her in her jammies. We were going to go swimming afterwards. I've got her jammies in the back of the car. Maybe we'll just put her in her jammies and she can do that. And then I'm like, wait, we're outside. It's not like anybody's going to smell her. It's not like it's going to get on anything that it can't get on. Like, let her wear the vomit dress down the aisle. Like, we're doing this. And
she wore the vomit dress down the aisle.
But in all the chaos, we didn't get to dress the puppies up, which is probably for the best, honestly. It was already chaotic enough. But, we get there and my youngest sister is taking photos for us, which I was not expecting at all. That was her wedding gift to us. She's a brilliant photographer and my brother was there, my cousin that I haven't seen in forever. So when I finally got to look up after, making sure that Harper was okay and that she was ready to go, like it was an amazing experience.
It was.
We had the river flowing right next to us. We had our music ready to go. And we pushed play and we said, okay, let's just do this. People have been waiting long enough. Like we'll figure it out afterwards. So I'd say probably about 5:45 is when we got the wedding started, about 45 minutes late. And kids went down the aisle, stood in their spots. We'd rehearsed it the night before. And then Randy's there and I'm like getting close to the aisle and I'm like, Randy, like, Got to everybody stand up. Like,
Randy did not. It wasn't on the book. If it's not in the book, Randy's not going to do it.
Exactly.
It's like the reverse of Ron Burgundy. He'll read whatever's on the teleprompter. It's basically if it's not in the book, he's not going to do it.
Yeah.
So we have to rewrite that for the Eastern leg.
Yeah, it'll be okay. So then he tells everybody to stand, and I do the whole bride thing, walk down the aisle, yada yada. And then he forgets to tell everybody to sit down.
So we have the chairs with the chair covers and nobody sits on, except for Grandma because she didn't stand
Poor
up.
Grandma was like, I cannot stand any longer. So Minga sits down, and everybody goes through the ceremony standing up.
Standing. It was great. We freestyled this bitch so hard. For the love of the game.
And then we, of course, had our ceremony. I played for after we were married. I now present, Mr. and Mrs. Lackada kind of a thing. The song to play afterwards was Alabama's Down Home, because my grandma used to be in a band. She played the electric bass in a band, and she used to have me come on stage when they'd sing Down Home and have my cute little, 7-year-old voice sing Down Home with her on the chorus. And so back to my roots, and that was the intention the whole time for the Idaho wedding was my roots, and it genuinely came true. Just seeing the way that my family responded to all of that, it was pure chaos, and again, could be something that could totally ruin you. And don't get me wrong, we left, we went to Big Jud's, and we were eating dinner, and I had vomit all over the car. I held Minga. Thankfully, she has her oxygen, so she can't really smell it. But we were all just like trying not to dry heave and smelling it and all the things.
Well, we cleaned it up a little bit, right? But
we tried to clean up as best as we could.
But you can't get rid of the smell.
No. So then we get to Big Jud's, and I'm like, okay, you guys go inside. I just need a few minutes. Like I need a few minutes to fall apart, and then I'll be in. And so it's what I did. And poor John's just like, we just got married, and my wife is just like, I don't know what to do.
Well, I dropped the ball big time, not checking in on you right before the ceremony to see how you were doing. Because I was busy trying to manage everybody else. But it's, I learned a lesson. So I apologize for that. I did not check on you. But no, it's not very Mr. Wonderful of me, right? And so we get to Big Jud's, and I think the kids say these days you had to have a little mentee bee.
I did have to have a mentee bee. It was just, I had been fighting back the tears. It was a stressful experience. And like I said, all the emotions, seeing my family there, seeing a cousin that I haven't seen in probably 20 years plus, and having my grandma be there and my aunts and my uncles. Like, it's just, it was so special. So I had all those high emotions, but then also I had the, I'm covered in vomit. My car is ruined. Kind of I needed to fall apart a little bit. And so John had said something to me, and I'm like, I need you to just, because I was rightfully so, frustrated with him. I'm like, we just got married. We're supposed to we just said I do.
I think we said I will.
I will. We did say I will. We just said our marriage vows in front of God, like we're gonna stay together, better or worse.
And it was definitely worse on that one.
And that one was a worse moment, But so then he was frazzled, and he goes in, and I don't know what he said to my mom, but then as I'm getting out of the car, and I'm like, okay, cry session over. Getting out of the car, my mom's there, and she's like, what's wrong? John said there might not even be another wedding or something. I don't remember what she said.
I don't feel like I said that. I just said, I feel like you need to go check on your daughter. Go check on Keisha. And
so she, gave me a mom hug the way that only moms can do, just the same that I was.
That you needed that.
Able to be there, yep, for Harper. So we had 2 little girls that needed mom hugs that day, and it was able to bring everything full circle and around. And sweet Harper couldn't eat. We're like, nope, with all that throw up. Like, we then concluded that we think it was more heat exhaustion, because the water bottle, when we got back to the hotel room cleaning everything up, her water bottle, we labeled them with a Sharpie, had no water drank out of it.
No, so she maybe had a little soda. And I'm sure, probably a little heat exhaustion, probably a little anxiety.
A little bit of column A, column B.
And I think once she started feeling sick, it probably just snowballed itself.
Yeah, because then after the ceremony, she was thrown up in the tall weeds again.
And then after we got to Big Jud's in a bag, and,
So it was one of those things, and, poor everybody was just shaking. Reagan, my kiddo took it pretty, it's a big change. Things aren't necessarily changed from what we have been, because John's always been around for the last several years. But, for her, it's that definition of boom, now they're married, and all within a matter of hours. So she was having some big emotions. So I told her, come over here and give me a snuggle. And she's like, I can't. People are surrounding me. It was one of those curved booths. I'm like, crawl under the table. She's like, I can't crawl under the table in my dress. No, 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 no. And she was pouting. So I crawl under the table in my dress. I'm like, hey.
One of 9. So it's not like we have to reuse it, right?
Right. So by the time all was said and done, we didn't have time to go to the hot springs.
We did not.
Which with kiddo not feeling well, I think it was for the best.
There's 2 kiddos not feeling well at that point.
Yes.
Because Lucas ate a gigantic burger.
He ate the whole Big
thing.
Jud. Yep. I challenged him. I said, okay, if you eat this whole burger, I will never question you getting seconds or thirds again. And he's like, what? Okay.
Teenager boy. Yeah.
So
he did it.
He did it. He ate the whole thing. And the expression on his face was just, as soon as he finished, he's like, whew, I did it. And he was just excited. And then it went to immediate
discomfort.
So good.
he kept it all down.
He did.
But he was, pretty miserable the rest of the night.
Yeah.
But he's proud of himself. So,
yeah. So
very good.
We made plans, ended up going to, actually, we had to take Grandma home. So Colleen, or Donkey, drove the trailer back
in my
to,
vehicle, yeah.
Yep.
Back to the house.
Back to the house with the kiddos, and Randy rode his bike and made sure she made it safe. And then Jon and I took Minga home. And by that point, my grandma doesn't get around and very well, let alone have extended, 5 hours of being up in all the excitement with everybody. So we took her home, and as we were walking her inside, her legs were starting to give out on her. And, she's got some significant health issues. And I'm like, Jon, I'm sorry, I gotta rub my grandma's feet. This is we're family. We take care of each other, and I would hate for her to be walking back to her bedroom, getting into her jammies, and her feet give out on her because she has neuropathy, and we need to get some blood flowing. So, I just sat down in my wedding dress on my wedding day, rubbing grandma's feet, and we had a foot rubbing competition, and I won. Spoilers, I won.
You did. I got in there real aggressive,
Yeah, she's like, I was like, Jon, you're hurting grandma. You're hurting grandma. And she's like, oh, I'm like, Grandma, you just have to tell him, oh, you got your nickname too.
I did.
Whoa, hang on.
Yeah, do you want me to drop it, or should we hold it?
I feel like we will, we'll leave him hanging for next time.
We'll leave him hanging, yeah.
I will introduce you with your new Minga nickname.
Perfect. On episode 17 that we'll record.
Probably tomorrow or the day after.
Or we could do it from the road.
Probably tomorrow or the day after.
Y'all drop a comment if you want us to record it from the road in the car.
Y'all better drop it pretty darn fast, because tomorrow or the day after.
Well, we could always have one in the bank and be like, yeah, well, give the people what they want. Just freestyle.
So we're just going to open straight next episode with nickname. New nickname. And we're going to be talking about the Arizona wedding. And the adventure that ensued getting to Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
All the adventures.
But as always, thank you for being a regular. I'm sorry this one ran a little long, but I think all of the wedding recap ones are going to run a little long with all the stories. And there's so much more to unpack if you're interested. I know I ran the report this morning. We're in over 30 countries now.
That's exciting.
Yes, including some in the Middle East, some in Africa, some in South, we're across the globe. We're global.
We are global.
I'm excited.
And we're grateful for everybody that is following along on this adventure. It's really, if you've been here from the beginning, as always, thank you so very much. But things are going to start to change. And you can say, hey, I've been following them from the beginning and be a true follower. Don't have the ability to find who you are exactly, but you'll know who you are. And
not unless you tell us.
Exactly. I was this one. Here's when I started downloading it. But we're very honored that you would be a part of all of this with us, and it has not disappointed. I'm sure the lead up to it may have been, a little bit of background is not as fun or as engaging as the actual adventure of it all, but every single wedding story so far has had some sort of a challenge to overcome or something incredible. All of it is just completely intertwined, and I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more grateful than to be doing this with such an incredible and amazing and crazy. You're an incrazing person, my love. And we've had our trials. We've both had to sacrifice a lot to be able to make this happen. Mm-hmm. And It has been worth every second.
Ditto. No, it's incredible that I get to actually stand up there on my wedding day and marry my best friend.
Yeah.
Or are we married?
Or are
Who
we
knows?
married?
Who knows?
Who
Wife,
knows?
fiance, fiance, wife.
Which one are we sending? And we've been signing marriage license at every wedding, so
We just
we've
have to
got
pick one to send in.
Idaho, Utah, Las Vegas,
Las Vegas.
Nevada.
By Batman.
We got married by Batman.
I'm
We
never
already
not
announced
going to say that.
Yep. And then Utah.
Arizona, Utah, Nevada.
So we've got
Idaho.
4 marriage licenses
Yep.
right
and we
now
got
that have
this
been
weekend.
signed.
We got this
by all
weekend.
of
We
our
got North
witnesses.
Dakota.
Yep. Another one for the books,
Then we're
I'm
on
sure.
then we're on the back half.
You already have me ticked off at the North Dakota wedding, so
Oh yeah. Well, we'll get to that.
he comes to me yesterday and says, "You want the good news or the bad news?" And I was like, "Another freaking problem with another freaking wedding? Are you kidding me?"
Just freestyle would be better, they said.
Remember when we thought this would be an amazing idea? It's so much easier.
It really is.
In
In a lot of regards, it is. Yes. We're not decorating church tonight.
No, we're not.
We're to the point where it's just like, let them do whatever they want.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah, show up in basketball, pulling Adam's out, or show up in basketball shorts and a hoodie. I don't care.
No,
Like whatever you want to have pictures in. So, but
Exactly.
yeah, yesterday I came in. I'm like, so yeah, the park that we were supposed to reserve with the person that I called didn't actually like reserve it for us because there was a question about how many people and can you actually reserve like the baseball diamond and not just the shelter. So that's what happened there. So we found the good news was that I found another little park.
Hey, babe.
Yes.
Let's save it for the episode. I love you. We're over time.
Are we overtime?
We're over time.
I feel like they want to hear it. It's a little park, and everything's going to be okay. End of story. I mean, there's more, but end of all the stories is everything's going to be okay. Everything's figure outable, including me in the back of the Sequoia today with a shampooer pulling off plastic body part covers to make sure that we got it all out.
Wait, you have black? I can't even make that joke. Okay, yeah.
Hold on.
You have plastic body parts?
I have plastic body part covers.
Rawr.
Well, we're married now. You want to see a bear? We didn't see one though. Out in the
We
mountains.
didn't. No. But
So anyway, with that, we're gonna sign off. This is JK LOL Storytime. I'm John. That's Keisha. This is the Up House from episode 14. So if you don't know what that is, go back and listen to it.
thanks for joining us, regulars. We'll talk soon.
Bye.